Bash for today. What we're starting towards is off leash. So I'm trying to use the leash less and less and use the e-collar more and more. I want him to understand that he needs to fix it. He needs to be held accountable for it. And I really, really want him to understand that it's kind of on him to do the obedience. It's on him to follow through or to correct the behavior, whether it be he's out of heel position, he gets out of a sit or off a place bed, whatever it may be. I want him to learn that he's really got to fix it with as little help from me as possible. Huh, buddy? Good boy. Bash, heel. Good. Come on. Good boy. Good job. So we'll start on leash. And then I'm going to drop it. Come on. Let's go. Bash, heel. Come on. Come. Bash, come. Come on. Good boy. Good job. Good. Bash, heel. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Heel. Heel. Good. There you go. So he's not quite ready for the leash to be dropped yet, and that's okay. We're just starting off leash. Once you take away the leash, Bash, sit. There's often a lot of confusion because they're not connected to you. They can't rely on the leash, so we really have to teach him how to rely on the e-collar as well as the positioning. I want him to understand where he needs to be and why he needs to be there, and then he'll understand, okay, whether or not there's a leash there, I know where I need to be and I know how to get there. So we'll just have a really, really loose leash. Bash, heel. Come on. Good boy. Good. And sometimes it's kind of like a security blanket, that leash. Heel. Good. So we just use it less and less. Come on, buddy. Until he doesn't need it anymore. Good boy. Heel. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Good. Bash, sit. Sit. Bash, sit. 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 So this one, I'm not going to help him out with the leash. I'm just going to use my e-collar. Bash, sit. Good boy. It's hard to tell when you're sitting, little guy. Oh, sit. Sit. Good boy. Good. So now I'm holding him accountable, and it might be too soon to start with the heel off leash. We might just have to do our sits, downs, comes, and place off leash. And that's totally fine. It's all up to him. I'm not going to push him too far. I don't want to push him to a point where, he's not ready for it. I want to make sure that he is ready for it. And that's why with younger dogs, I do like to keep them this extra week. So normally, he's at week 3. He would be going home this week. But since he's younger, and the terriers sometimes have a little more stubbornness to get through, I like to have that extra week so I can really hone in on the off leash. I want them to be ready for it. I don't want to push them when they're not ready. I want to make sure that they're to a point in training that they'll take to it really well. Good boy, Bash. Good job. Okay. Okay, come here. Bash, come. Come on. And this is the part. And this is also why we keep the leash on, just in case. Okay, there you go. Good boy. Now he can kind of do whatever he wants. But the leash is there just in case. So just in case he needs it. Bash, come. Right here. So e-collar, come. Come. Yay, good boy. Good job. There you go, boy. I know you've got lots of hair. So, doesn't look pretty right now, but that's what we're working on. We're working towards that off-leash obedience. I want him to really understand what he's got to do. Oh, buddy. Good boy. But everything else is looking really, really good. His place is awesome. He is getting in and out of his kennel really well. Potty training's going pretty good. He doesn't really have an issue during the day. He can hold it pretty well throughout the day. It's the nighttime that we're working on right now. He can't hold it quite all the way through the night. So we're working on that, working on everything else, and just really working towards this off leash. So not a huge improvement from last week to this week, but still an improvement, and he'll get even better. So I hope you don't miss him too much. He'll come home next week and we'll get that set up, but he's doing good.